Welcome back to another Ruthless Ideas podcast. Today we have two parts that I think I'd say are my favorite. I'm gonna just put it out there. They are my favorite. They are really cool. I enjoyed making them and kind of next level. So let's start off. First off, we have the upgraded protein pipeline. So I don't know if you remember, a little while back, I designed a funnel that goes from a protein powder bottle to a shaker bottle. And all you have to do is flip the whole thing over where the shaker bottle's on the bottom, shake it, all the protein goes from one end to the other. Well, turns out that would take about 2 days and 15 hours to 3D print. And I didn't think it was worth it. So I upgraded by downsizing it to where it attaches to the protein bottle or the protein like powder container, but you take the cup from the protein powder, twist it into the like funnel, and it holds it, and then you flip everything over, shake it, and then it goes into the cup, and then you take the cup and dump that into your shaker bottle. And so it just simplifies it so much to where now you might be able to use it for way more than just your specified like bottles, because all the cups are going to be roughly the same size. All the protein powders are roughly the same size. It kind of kills more birds with one stone than before. And it also takes about 12 hours to 3D print instead of 2 days, which I did not want to do that. So, yeah. But the cool thing is like I did one print and it worked. Besides the threads on the protein powder bottle, just because I have no idea how to get that, so I couldn't really figure out how to get it to twist on. But even though it didn't twist on, I was still able to turn everything over into the cup, shake it, and it went right into the cup. And then I could take the cup and dump it into my shaker bottle, and it worked. So go check that out because it's pretty sweet. And I'm surprised it works, but I'm also so freaking happy that it does because it is so cool. Now the cool thing is I actually get to use it. The only problem is a little 3D printing stuff kind of comes off into it. So that's a bit awkward. But, I mean, I'm building my strength against eating plastic. Totally. So yeah, not as good. But still, pretty awesome, and it works. So I'm excited. But this one did not perform very well. It was a 6-minute video, 13 views. So what sucks is I thought this one would do good. Turns out anytime I think it's going to do good, it flops. It does nothing. So I think it's more of the effect of me and how I do the like posting it. But still, I think it's cool if other people finally get to see it. I think it's something they'd share. So pretty sweet. Now the next one. This one, so sad. I started printing on Wednesday, which is when the video was supposed to come out. I printed all day. The prints took a little longer than expected. And the thing is, you couldn't really print the next one because I have three 3D printers. But I couldn't print the next one until the one before it was done to be able to see how it went. And so that was kind of a problem because I'd print one, wait for it to be done, get it, look at it, test it out, and then print the next one. And so I ended up printing a lot. And then like after that didn't work that day. And then so I couldn't like post it on Wednesday. Thursday I go and I have to upgrade the parts. So now the parts are bigger, but they take longer. So that's about 2 hours to print. And I ended up figuring out those worked, except it needed to be a circle. You'll understand when you watch the video, but it needed to be big enough to make the whole thing work together. So I needed to print it longer. For the last print, it was supposed to take 2 hours. I pressed the wrong 3D print and ended up printing 5 parts instead of 2, which took 4 hours. And then on top of me miscalculating that and starting it at like 6 or 7 o'clock, we had a tornado on top of that ended up stopping my 3D print almost not even one layer with it left. Like, there's a corner of it that is still kind of open, that didn't get the like final layer, but it was so close to finishing. But then ran out of power because a tornado hit us, this is the second podcast where tornadoes almost got us. Crazy. But I didn't have power, so I couldn't even post it then either. So extremely sucky. It's just so unfortunate. And so I ended up getting it up today. Thank goodness. But yeah, it's just very unfortunate. So no like background on that. But what the product is it's a pen holder. It's a long intro for a pen holder. I know, right? But the thing is, I have a very small desk. I have one pen that sits on my desk. And so my whole goal was to get one pen to stand up. That's a problem because the angle I had it at didn't work. And I wanted it at the angle because it allows you to grab it easier as well as not be in the way, because you can hide it under things like my monitors. You can't have it standing straight up or you won't be able to get it. Gotta have it on an angle. Yeah, whatever. I ended up figuring out how it to work after all the tries of the 3D prints. But then I ended up getting it into figuring out it could go into a circle. And then it started the idea brain where I made a bunch more of the 3D prints and then made it into a circle where now you can have a ring of pens that protrude out like a crown, which is interesting. But the thing is, one benefit I found was, since it's a circle, you can put like a drink in the middle of it. I did an energy drink. What you do is, if you swing your hand too far, you don't knock the drink over because the pens are in the way to block it. And so then the whole bottom moves to the bottom of the energy drink and pushes it along. It doesn't knock it over. So it's a little bit of a wall to block you from destruction, which is awesome. So it kind of has a benefit there. And then I also have like a kitchen timer, so I can time the things that I do. That fits in the middle of it as well. So it kind of is like a time saver as well as like, not a time saver, but a space saver, as well as like has multiple functions. And then another benefit is you can have this against like a wall, or like if you have a cubicle, you could have it in the corners of the cubicle. And then it's just sticking out. And then so then everything's against the wall. And then it doesn't fall over. It doesn't get in your way. And you still have storage space. And they all connect to each other. So it's pretty cool. So overall, these ideas were crazy. I love them. They're so cool. And I think I'm going to expand on the pen holder because I think it can do a lot more. And I just need to kind of dive into it and see what office things I can connect to it. But other than that, it's pretty sweet. I'm happy with it, so go check out the video. But yeah, other than that, nothing really much for the videos. Life is, again, very interesting, as you know. Quit my job 2 weeks ago. So last week was my start phase of getting everything organized. This week is my actual time where I started doing social media marketing for the band, Six String Revival. It's going good. I love it. I get to wake up every day in my own bed and just hop on my computer and get to work. And it's awesome. Turns out, my room's not as clean as I want it. I had a kind of mental crisis on Wednesday where I stayed up till about 2 o'clock doing a voice memo of how pool balls relate to life. I don't know what I'm going to do with that, but I'll let you know. So it's been interesting, as well as like I have 16 hours a day to do stuff, and honestly, I haven't been that productive. I do things, but then I'm also like, why did this video take me so long to do? So I've just learned a lot about me, as in I need to do more. I need to have a better organization. I need to not be distracted. I need to have a set list of what I need to do. So it's like, it's really an awakening to show me I have a lot of work to do. And turns out I didn't get as much money from my last paycheck as I thought. And so that kind of puts a wrench in everything where I was trying to keep a certain amount of my savings. That's going to have to change because I didn't get enough. And so I'm like, man, I just need money. And so it's just, yeah, kind of a midlife crisis, even though I'm not in my midlife yet. But yeah, I don't know. Sorry to rant like that, but you know what? It's my podcast. I'll do what I want. Other than that, though, nothing really much. Next week, I'm going to specifically do more to be able to talk more. One thing I have done more is I ran twice this week. I can do a mile in 7 minutes and 49 seconds. Pretty freaking proud of that. I do not run. I hate running. But I've done it twice this week and twice last week. Pretty freaking happy. So we're there. We're going. We started and we're not stopping. So it's awesome. Thank you very much for your support, the comments, just everything. So go check out the videos. Let me know what you think. Tips on life, I don't know. Just anything. But I hope you just have a wonderful day, night, morning, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.